All right, so a customer of mine asked me about OTC traders. Like, who are these guys? Because you hear in the news, MicroStrategy bought this bit amount of Bitcoin, BlackRock bought this amount of Ethereum, people rushing Ethereum, and when you look at the market price, it doesn't reflect. That's because of the OTC deals. Now, who did these corporate investors go to buy these bulk crypto from? Okay, over the counter, because OTC simply means over the counter, which means it's done over the counter, it's not done through the open market. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So, which means any buy or any sell does not reflect in the market. You don't see it on the market chart. So, this video is to talk about who are these OTC dealers, but I'm going to stick to three category of people, or three people, or three entities, okay, that are the ones that sell crypto, okay, that sell crypto via OTC deals to corporate investors. And number one in that list is crypto miners. So you have proof of work miners, which is the likes of Litecoin, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, those miners. Okay, so basically they perform tasks that involves using electricity, and by performing those tasks or solving complex mathematical whatever it is they software solves, they get Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Dogecoin. Okay, and some other coins use that proof of work. And when it comes to proof of stake, you have to stake a certain amount of that asset. Let's say in Ethereum that uses proof of stake, or in BNB that uses proof of stake authority, POSA. Okay, you have to stake a certain amount of BNB or Ethereum for you to earn new Ethereum, or like that's your reward. That's the task you have to do to earn that. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So now that we've analyzed that, now the miners, because they spend money on electricity, they have what they call cost. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. If you when it, so because of that running cost or overhead cost, sometimes they have to sell their Bitcoin to get cash. Sometimes they offload it on the exchanges. Sometimes they sell it direct to corporate investors. You get it now? All right. When it comes to proof of stake miners, proof of stake protocol, okay, you have to run a node. And running a node, for you to be one of the stakers, you have to run a node, and that node sometimes is like a server. I get what I'm saying? And it costs money to run a server. So guess what? You have a running cost and overhead, so you need to sell some Ethereum or some BNB to be able to cover that cost. So this is how the miners get cash to do their operation. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So by doing that, they sell to corporate investors who then buy at a discount. Let's say Bitcoin is at 120, they might buy at 119. 800, or I agree 119,800 or 190. I agree what I'm saying. So they buy at a discount from the miners. Okay, now number two in the list is exchanges. Okay, centralized exchanges. Exchanges make their money from fees, so trading fees, transaction fees, are you gonna say all kinds of fees that make, and they make huge amount of money. Now, as exchanges, they have running costs, they have overhead. Are you gonna say? So they need money, they need fiat to be able to cover those costs. Are you gonna say? Now, and some other things, so maybe to are you gonna say? But the most important thing is you understand that they make money from fees, and those fees are paid in crypto. If it is USDT, it's paid in USDT. If you do a transaction in BTC, it's paid in BTC. So at the end of the day, they need cash. And who comes to them to buy those crypto and give them cash, or buy some of their earnings and give them cash? The corporate investors. So that is where the exchanges get involved in OTC deals. I don't even get what I'm saying. That's where the exchanges get involved with OTC deals. Okay, now the last in the list is dev, which is developers or foundation. So foundations, most of these crypto have foundations: Bitcoin Foundation, Ethereum Foundation, Tom Foundation. I think BNB also has a foundation. Okay, so those foundations is not one entity, so they're made up of different people, like board of directors, that decide on some of the things regarding the crypto, which is either it is on minting, on burning, and some other major things, or improving the security of the token, like you've seen Ethereum done from time to time. Okay, now that Ethereum Foundation is also involved in trying to like uh, develop their ecosystem, so they invest in smaller projects or side chains like you have with Base Network, you have with Arbitrum, we have with Optimism. Those are like roll-ups and side chains that is tied to Ethereum that they invested. Sometimes they invest in DEX like Uniswap. Ethereum Foundation gave a grant to Uniswap. They also gave Tom Foundation also. You understand? So that's the job of foundations. Developers, on the other hand, maybe it's an individual like me that has a Logio coin and somebody wants to invest massively in a Logio coin, and they don't want to go through the market, because sometimes if you go through the market, I'll do a video about that. Okay, separate video about that. Sometimes it causes high slippage. Okay, it can happen to Bitcoin, it can happen to BNB, it can happen to Ethereum. Okay, so they come to the dev and say, hey, I want this amount of coin, do you have it, and at what price would you sell? And they get it at a discount. So that is how they get it from developers and crypto and foundations of different crypto. Okay, so that way it does not, those people get at a discount, and their purchase, because it's large amount, does not cause high slippage in the market. So I'll do a separate video talking about why large volume of purchase is done via OTC deals, and how are you gonna say, I'll do a separate video about that, so that this video does not become long, because if I do that, this video has to be more than 10 minutes. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys get the knowledge. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Either you ask me personally if you're my WhatsApp, or you inbox me, or you comment. Okay, all right guys, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Till I see you guys next time, take care, remain blessed.